Hello and welcome to another mini course presented by the Center for Teaching Excellence. Today we're going to talk about scoring your newly created rubric. Now, if you need help creating rubrics, pause this video, return to the previous video in the series, learn how to create the rubrics, come back to this one, and it'll be really easy. Let's get started. First, we're going to navigate to the Grade Center, and then we're going to select Full Grade Center. Now, see here we have an exclamation point, which means that the student has made an attempt at the project. If we click on the exclamation point, it gives us the option to put in a grade. We don't want to use this. We want to see the submission and use the rubric that we created. Instead of clicking the exclamation point, we're going to select the drop-down arrow next to it, and then we're going to select Attempt. Now, once we do this, we can see the attempt. I like coffee. We can input a grade for the attempt, and if we click on the pink box here, it opens up the feedback to learner. You can add feedback here, but personally, I like to add it inside of the rubric. From here, we're going to select this rubric right here, which is our project rubric that we created in the last video. When I select that, it gives us the option to show descriptions and show feedback. I'm going to select show feedback because I might want to put feedback to the learner in here. So, for example, I want to give this proficient. And I can say, great work. Organization, maybe I'm not as happy with that. I'm going to select competent and say, think about your sentence structure. And grammar, I'm going to say proficient. Nice job. And then overall feedback, coffee is great, but think about tea. And up here we can see that it automatically finished up the score, gave us a raw total of 13 out of 15 points. And if we wanted to, we can even change this number in here. So for example, if you had someone who was kind of in between a 5 and a 3 for grammar, you wanted to give them a 4, you might put a note right in here about that and then change those points down there. Once you're happy with everything, you can select Save Rubric. This will save a draft of your rubric. To finish everything off, you need to select Submit. And we can see the purple line, that's our sign that everything went well. Success, grade submitted. And if we look down here, we can see that Project 1 now has a grade. As I mentioned in the previous video, rubrics are a great way for both you and your students to learn about what might need some improvements. For the students, it can show them areas they're weak in, and for you, it can show areas where students are struggling, areas where you can make improvements to your course. Need a little help making improvements? Feeling a little stuck? Don't hesitate to call us here at the Center for Teaching Excellence. We're always here to help.